Hi and welcome.
Yeah.
Hi and welcome to our lovingly crafted summer movie podcast within a podcast called the GameView podcast, where we watch video game movies and tell you what we think about them and discuss them, and we do it so you don't have to, but if you happen to do it, sorry.
This also is special because it's also a Dan and Chris show.
Dan and Chris show.
Yeah.
Dan and Chris show. This is
Hey,
Dan and Chris show.
That's
Yeah.
Dan.
That's Chris.
Uh,
It's Dan and
this is
Chris
Dan
show.
Chris
Hey,
show.
remember that movie that was the transporter, but the thing that was being transported was just a sad Jason Statham? Me neither, but I'm your host, Dan the Beekeeper Rots, and I'm joined by Chris the Mechanic Wrights.
Has he ever used a different tone of voice
No.
in any movie he's ever been in?
No. See, even whenever he's so in The Beekeeper. So here's the thing. The Beekeeper is a fucking phenomenal movie. You must watch it. It is also on.
Is it about a beekeeper?
Yes. Yes.
Does it have him like lovingly petting a little
No.
bee? Because I would love that.
So The Beekeeper is about it's about Jason Statham, and it starts out he is keeping bees, but then it turns out he's like a retired part of like this American organization called the Beekeepers, where they like go into whenever things get out of hand, they're the ones who come in and do action movie stuff around it. I think Jason Statham is supposed to be American. Like, it takes place in America, and he kind of starts trying to do an American accent, but then like a third of the way through just gives up, and it just goes.
This movie's good.
But it's fantastic in the way that the transporter is good, where it's like the plot is stupid, the writing is terrible, but the movie is so fun to watch. I will watch every Jason Statham movie forever because they're so good,
Including this one?
Well, not this one. And we'll talk about why. But first, let's talk about Kings. No, let's talk about it's a beer and video games pod, a Bevs and video games podcast. So let's talk about Bevs first.
Yeah.
Soba says a few things. He says, Jason Statham is Jason Statham as Jason Statham. If he wasn't British, I think he would have way less roles. I think you're right. I do think you're right.
That's 100% true. What's funny is that Katie thought he was Australian at first.
No, he's British, right?
I know. That's what I said. I'm pretty sure.
Hold on, double checking.
I mean, he has a decent German accent, which we've we've heard in Snatch.
He was born in Shirebrook, Derbyshire. So yes. And he was a diver on the British national diving team and finished 12th in the World Championship in 1992.
And that's when he decided he needed a career change.
So I'm going to be in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Before the Germans get here.
British. Yes, professional. Oi, mate. British, says Ragnar. Yes, professional diver and a dancer. Absolutely. That's why he's so good at punching people in the face.
And running across people.
And kicking people. So, but it's a beer and Bevs and video games podcast. Bevs, we're drinking. I'm drinking a beer from Conchi Brewing.
From Conchi?
Conchi Brewing. It's a Conshohocken brewing place. It's called MC5. It uses Mosaic and Citra. It's a double dry hopped IPA.
Mm-hmm.
It's yummy. It's definitely very, like, because of the Mosaic and Citra hops, it's really juicy. Like, it's a really juicy beer, because they really get you with all of it. And look, on the thing,
really juicy up.
It's got people writing penny farthings on it.
But are the penny farthings fruit?
They are. They're oranges. Look,
very cool.
Sorry, look, they're oranges.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. Chuggability fairly low. It's still pretty. It's still an IPA. I have my ability to chug IPAs is fairly low.
Is it dwindling?
It's dwindling as I'm getting older. It's also 6.7 ABV, so
pretty strong.
Yeah, very good. I enjoy it. It's nice. I had some the other day. Sorry, there's some in my teeth. I got it out though. Yeah, it was good. Chris, what are you drinking?
I am drinking 2 things because I needed 2 things for this.
Yes. We did.
The first thing is a gin and tonic, which I made with, the lemon juice concentrate that you get.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because I'm lazy. And but it's Hendrix. It's Hendrix. So so it kind of makes up for that. So it's Hendrix, the lime juice concentrate, and yeah, it's a lazy man's gin and tonic.
I love it.
It's good.
I love it.
Hendrix is good. If you're into gin and you haven't had Hendrix,
gin, yeah,
go drink Hendrix. It's real good. It's a little expensive, but it's good.
If you like Hendrix is good. If you like gin, I don't like gin that much, so it's hard for me to like enjoy.
But have you had Hendrix? Like, because it's not sweet like Bombay.
No. I have had Hendrix. That's more of that's like a British. I think Hendrix is Great Britain, right? Gin.
I think most are.
Most? Oh, it's Scottish.
Yeah, well, that's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
It's
just good.
Nice. It's good for you. Soba says Chris got into the spirits. Shit was bad.
I got into the spirit of things. But also I'm drinking a beer that my dad got me from Charleston.
Nice.
From a company called Edmund's Oast Brewing.
Cool.
It's the Bound by Time India Pale Ale. And you know how most of the time I'm like pretty nonplussed on IPAs at this point?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, yeah, it tastes like an IPA. This is really good. Like,
oh, nice.
This is actually like when I had one the other night and I was like, oh, wow, that's like good.
Bitey and delicious.
It's not even that, like, so it's not like hazy. It's kind of hard. It's like a little hazy, but it's definitely been clarified some.
Okay, cool.
And I don't know, it's got like the drinkability of like a session with some of the juiciness of a hazy, but like not as hazy or super sweet. It's very pleasant and very drinkable. It's good. It's really good.
Like that. Good.
I like it a lot.
Good on you, Charleston,
and good on my dad. My dad was like, "Yeah, this is my favorite beer from there." I'm
like, "Oh, all right. Great." And you were like, "All right," but then you drank it. You're like, "All right."
Oh, actually, yeah, this is good. Yeah. So it's been a while since I've actually been like, surprised by a beer.
Mm-hmm.
The other beer that I had this summer that was surprising was at a really nice Chinese restaurant. And it was a white peppercorn beer.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, it was like $16 for a bottle.
That would be,
but like, I guess because imports and tariffs. Thanks. And let me see if I can find what it was called. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it quickly, but
that's okay.
Try to look. But yeah, it was really good and nice. A flavor that I hadn't had before. So I don't know. It's been nice recently to have beers that are surprising after
surprising beers.
You know what you understand what I mean though?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you like drink it. You drink it. You're like, oh, I like that. Or
as opposed to just being like, oh, that's just beer.
I was like, that's beer. Yum, beer.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Anyways, Soba says not being able to find it adds to the mystique. I don't know what the X-Men have to do with this, but whatever. Okay. This is a Bev's Video Games podcast. So Chris, been playing anything new?
Um, been still working on my usuals. Got a couple new new
Achievos, new Chivos.
new Chivos. One of which was the 500. I think it was called like 500 First Legion or something like that. You plan to play as Rexus Belgium, which is fascist Belgium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 500 First Legion, and control all of your neighbors' starting capitals. So that's as Belgium, you need Netherlands. So Netherlands capital, Germany's capital, Luxembourg, and France.
Okay, got it.
Which is cute. And then also another one as Belgium, be the leader of the EU and have the United Kingdom join your faction, and it's called Brentry.
Nice.
And then the one I'm working on right now is called Spock of Genius, which is you have to have this particular guy leading your country as Belgium, and then also do 10 secret researches, basically
research things.
Yeah, that's fun. But what I've been playing a lot of recently has been Rogue Trader.
Right. Right.
Have you heard? Did I talk about this last time?
You did. You did talk about it last time.
Okay.
And it's very cool. I like the.
Yeah. So I've been playing that a lot more. It's kind of opened up a little bit, and there's like spaceship fighting now, which is cool. And it kind of has the vibe of Mass Effect, going like traveling from planet to planet, and like most of the planets just have like nothing or just resources that you can kind of start collecting. But other than that, like it kind of has that same vibe. It's the first Mass Effect where you're trying to like kind of explore random planets.
Right. But, yeah, I think in the later ones they were just like
they streamlined that a little bit.
Yeah, just look at it and get resources. Soba says, I think Rogue Trader was on a recent Humble Choice ? I don't know.
It was, and that's where I got it.
Oh, nice. I haven't had Humble for a while, so
yeah, I still keep it.
That was one of the things I took off because of I have all the pluses and the passes and who's a what's it's. Nice, very cool. I've been playing two things this weekend. I've been playing the Battlefield 6 open beta a little bit. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It feels like Battlefield, you know. There aren't really any big maps in this one. They're all kind of small, so there's not like you're not necessarily it's just the open beta, so they're not like giving you everything right away. They're only
but I remember for back in the day on the open beta for 3, I think the map was Metro. So like it was a big map, but it wasn't like it wasn't super open.
Well, that's what they're still big maps, but they're not the biggest ones. So there's not necessarily like, like there's not a lot of like flying things that you can do so far. But it gives you a chance to try out all the, the different classes, some of the different weapons, and just how the gameplay works. Right now, it's really smooth. So they're pretty much like on the way to, like it's definitely going to be good for release. Like there's nothing that's overly crazy. Soba says, "Play with me until my PC overheats." Dan, all right, sure. I could do it. But I was playing a little bit of that. And yeah, it's good. It's sort of Battlefieldy. I do like if anyone. The one thing they changed is that you can kind of resurrect anyone, if they're down instead of just being a medic. If the medics have a way to get you up immediately, but anyone else, if they're like around you and you're still alive, or like and you're still in the down state, they can like grab you, drag you over, and like drag you a little bit while they're getting you up, because you can't like scoot around while you're dead. But they can like grab you and pull you backwards and then get you back up. With like a little bit of health when you do that. So it's kind of nice, it kind of keeps things
kind of cool. I like that.
So it's like it's not always like, oh, if you don't have it's like, oh, we don't have any medics nearby. I'm just gonna kill myself. Instead, it's like, oh, I don't have any medics nearby, but there's all these blue dots that are right here. So one of them will probably get me up. Um,
Hopefully.
yeah, they streamlined the heck out of it, as Soba says. So it's like a lot of the stuff is pretty straightforward. It's nice. It's fun. I need more people to play with. While it's well, today's the last day. So for this open beta, I think there's
Yeah, I was about
another
to say,
one.
I think they're doing one next week as well.
Yeah, there's one next week, but I'll be at the beach next week, so I won't be able to do that one. And then I've also been playing a buttload of Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which is a Souls-like that was released on the PlayStation 5 and the PC and the Xbox Series X. It's a Souls-like. You play, you're like a female pirate person. The whole story, it's sort of I equate it to kind of, it's a little bit like what's the one that came out with the parrying system? Why can't I remember what it's called? Sekiro. It's kind of like Sekiro. It takes place in like the Shu region of China during the Ming Dynasty. But it also has a sort of a, classic Souls, like a little bit like Bloodborne, where there's like this disease called the feathering disease, that like creates like supernatural horrors, and like whenever you have the feathering, you go crazy, and like you get all, uh, you get evil, and you want to eat people and like break stuff and kill people. But you miraculously, as a person who has the feathering disease, don't want to do that. So, it's hero syndrome. So then you got to save everything. And you play as Bai Wu Chang, who is she's like a lady pirate. And it was pretty cool. There is it is interesting because there's aren't, and as with any Dark Souls like game, you get different armor, you get different weapons. There's 5 different weapons you can do. There's a long sword, one-handed sword, dual blades, spears, and axes. And they all have their own skill tree that you can go out into. Chris, skill trees. And then but it's like you don't necessarily want to go into and like be good at each one, because you only have a certain amount of points to spend in them. So if you want to, like, you really have to focus on like one or two if you really want to get the best out of them. So that's it's pretty neat the way that it does. I'm going with long sword and the double swords. The double swords aren't as strong, but you can move faster and stuff with them.
Cool.
But yeah, and there's not really much blocking. There's like some parries that you get later when you're playing with it, but in general, but yeah, you have all the stuff. It's pretty much a Souls like. There's all the cool things that you get. I did with the armor types. It is interesting because initially I was like, cool armor, and then I got like, as I was going through, I found some more armor types. I was like, there's some fan service, because you get some armor types that's just like boobies galore, and it's like, no, I don't want just the boobies. I need what they do, but they do pretty good stuff, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm enjoying it. Titty City.
Very cool.
Soba says.
Titty City.
Titty City. It is on Xbox Game Pass, so if you want to try it out, go for it. It's there. Check it out. If you have Game Pass, it's free, so you don't have to.
Well, it's not free.
Well, it's not free, but like, you already have it. So, yeah, but that's what I've been playing. And I've also been playing
sounds fun.
Death Stranding, because I never finished it. So I started it over again, and I've been going through it
I
so that I can
stop caring about it.
Yeah. But then I'll keep I'm trying to keep going through it, and then so that I can go play the second one, but I got to finish the first one first.
I just I don't know. It didn't do it for me.
Yeah, that's not your cup of tea. I know that is a game where if I imagine you playing it, I imagine you got bored right away. But like me, I'm like, yeah, find the best routes, travel all the stuff, build all the roads so I don't have to spend time walking and all that kind of stuff. I can just drive a car, you know?
Yeah,
And enough people. I will say it's interesting playing it now versus playing it whenever it first came out.
because there's a lot more stuff in the world
Yeah,
now,
there's a
right?
lot more stuff because people kept building things and making stuff. So there's just there's like a lot more like notifications of people like, oh, don't go here, go this way, a little more directions. So it's interesting because when I initially played it, not that many people played it, and it was very difficult because you had to do a lot of the legwork of like looking around for best routes. Now people have marked those out for you. There's a lot of other people playing to like help you build stuff, or like to deliver other people's packages that they lose. It's pretty cool. It's nice for me. Didn't like.
Well, as long as you like it.
Yeah, I like it. Cool. But that's what we're playing.
And that's all we're going to talk about this episode.
That's all we're gonna talk about. No, we have to talk about this movie. We have to talk about the movie. So the movie that we watched this week, or for this episode,
Was by our favorite director.
Yui Bolt. How do you pronounce it? Did
I
we
think it's
figure?
Uwe. I think it's German W, right?
Let's see.
Like Wagner,
No,
so it would be
to pronounce you. It's freaking ads on every goddamn YouTube. Uva?
Uwe Boll.
Yeah. Uva Boll. Ball. Uva Ball is
Uwe
how you
Boll.
pronounce it. Yeah.
Anyways, I don't really care because fuck that guy.
Yes. Okay. So the movie is called In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale.
I'm a little sad that they never said that in the movie.
They really didn't. They really didn't.
And they had opportunities.
They had many opportunities and they didn't do it. But also, like, you don't understand why it's called that. You kind of do in the last 20 minutes of the movie. They kind of address why it's called In the Name of the King, but not in a way that you'd have to like really be looking at it to understand. But here's the general plot. Jason Statham is Jason Statham, but instead of being a regular Jason Statham, he's fantasy Jason Statham, and he's a farmer. And then, yeah, and then
And also his name is Farmer.
His name is Farmer. And then his like homestead place is attacked, and then by something called the Krugs, a race of animal warriors who are controlled by an evil person named Galleon.
They're orcs.
No, they're Krugs. No, they're Krugs. They can't be because that's copyright. So they're Krugs. And then they kill his son and all of his family, except they kidnap his wife, and so he has to go get them back, and then he does that throughout the movie. The end. The end. And that's it. Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So here's okay. Fucking okay. This movie has just a fantastic cast. Like everybody in this movie.
Yeah. So I think I read that this is his most expensive movie that he's ever made, and they 100% was spent on this cast.
Yeah, it was everybody who was in it. So we've got Jason Statham, Ron Perlman, Ray fucking Liotta, Layli Sobieski, who in 2007 was hitting, John Rhys Davies, Claire Forlani,
Gimli.
Burt
Reynolds. Did you say Burt Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds is in this. Kristana Loken, And then Matthew Lillard, great.
Oh.
Brian White is in it. Burt Reynolds. Did I say Burt Reynolds? God, there's so many people.
Yeah, like that's for like not a fantasy movie. That's a good cast.
Yeah, if it was anything but a fantasy film, it would have been fine. It would have been okay. But instead, it was a fantasy movie or adjacent. There was very little fantasy. Did you notice? This is a thing. This bothered me the whole time. They never made up their mind as to what their pantheon system was. So there were a few times
there was just God and gods.
Yeah, because they were like, "Oh, in the name of the gods," and they were like, "May God protect you." It's like, what the this? What's
I
this
also
fucking,
noticed that. Yes,
it's fucking anachronism. Crazy. Like, why make up your goddamn mind? You have to pick one. You can't just be willy nilly going back and forth.
Or can you?
If you're Uvable, you can. So number one, it starts off weird. It started weirdly out of order. It should have started with Jason Statham. Instead, it started with Lily Sobieski doing the worst acting I've ever seen in my entire life, and Ray Liotta, because Ray Liotta is like, his character's name is Galleon, and he, I guess, is doing sexy times with Muriella, who is Lily Sobieski's character. And you're like, I don't get it. Why is this important? And then they go to the
there was zero context for half of like the first part of the movie. There was just zero context to anything going on.
They just throw you in, and they're just like, "Here's where you are.
I can figure it out.
Good luck, everybody else." But it's like, and it's then shit goes off the rails. Yeah, Jason Statham plays a character name. I mean, I will say they all have very. I think my favorite scene was when Ray Liotta was like, "Lol, I tapped that shit. Fuck yo, dad." Yeah, pretty much. I will say that the names are very much like it sounded like they were made up for a Dungeons and Dragons like game.
So at the kind of getting speed running this a little bit, but at the end of the movie, I kind of realized that like this felt like a Dungeons and Dragons game run with the DM who's like 10 years old and just thinking of just random shit that would pop in their head.
I don't even think that. I think I would, because at least a 10-year-old would have had funnier jokes and like things that were like
a 10-year-old would have jokes.
Would have some jokes. And would be goofy. Instead, this is in my head, this is somebody who is trying their hardest to be like Matt Mercer. So they like make this all gritty like stuff, but they don't have any other ideas aside from there's Krug and then a bad
well, and so
guy.
the Krug, I believe, are actually in the video game. Like certain
no,
there were
not.
certain the Krug are not in the video game.
No, nothing from this movie's in the video game.
Yeah, the name of the kingdom is in the video game.
That's it then. Everything else is not. I tried to look it up. I was like, what are things in Dungeon Siege the movie that are in the Dungeon Siege game? And nothing was in there.
It's been a while since I played Dungeon. I'm pretty sure I played the original Dungeon Siege.
Okay, hold on. Let's see here. What from the Oh wait, hold on. I'm just gonna ask Chat.
I vaguely remember. I vaguely remember finding Dungeon Siege. Do you remember when Walmart used to have like $10 games, like in their like $10 PC games?
Yeah,
that's where I found Total War for the medieval Total War for the first time, which was
nice.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that I bought Dungeon Siege from there, and it was just kind of like a.
Oh no, you're right. Okay, so
kind of similar to like a Diablo. if I remember correctly.
So you're right. The Krug, the movie's main monster army, the Krug, were a low-level goblin slash orc-like enemies in the first game. So that's it. And then
the Kingdom of Ebb.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Because it says no, I mean unless you can look it up and see something. The only thing I see is the Krug and that it was basically a fantasy setting. That's the only thing I see.
All right, yeah, give me 1 second.
Let's see. Kingdom of Ebb. Oh no, yeah, you're right. There we go. Kingdom of Ebb, Dungeon Siege.
You're welcome.
You did it. Fortress Croft. Crypt of the Sacred Blood. The Firmlands. Okay, got it. Maybe that CD key still works. So Chris, I do have to ask before we keep going. Did you watch the 2-hour version of this movie?
Is there another version of this movie?
Okay, good. So we watched the same one because apparently
I watched the one on Amazon.
Good. Okay, because there's a director's cut that's 2.5 hours long.
Why?
Yeah. Well, it's even longer. So apparently, Uwe Boll wanted to make this.
This was his Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he wanted to make it 2 movies. And they had enough filmed to
and
do
yet
that.
There are 3 movies. There are three of these movies out there. There's a Dungeon Siege 3 in the Name of the King.
Oh God. I will say, oh boy, they don't need to be.
As a reminder, this is the guy that found the reason why this guy Uwe Boll has so many movies that are bad is because he found a loophole in German tax law that basically gave him a refund of half the cost of each movie.
So regardless of like what he makes on it, it's at least going to be half of what he spends. So
he was just shitting out garbage for a long time.
Oh boy. All right. So there's a lot of this movie.
I can't remember exactly at what point I paused it, but I paused. It was about halfway through, and I was like, "Oh my god, there's still another hour."
I paused it after 15 minutes, and I was like, "Oh my god, I thought it had been like 30, or 40 minutes of movie, but it had only been 15 minutes, and I was dying." And Soba says I think they closed the loophole. They did. He can't do it anymore.
They did close it. Thank God. That's why he hasn't been shitting out as many movies.
Right.
He filmed 3 movies at once. At one point, he did Blood Rain 3, Blubberella, and Auschwitz.
Great.
On the same set.
Great.
At the same time.
Gotta love it. Anyway, back to the movie. Let's keep talking about this movie. No, it's fine. We can talk about Uwe Boll as much as we want. It will just never run out of things to talk about. On the same set? ? Soba says.
On the same set.
Oh God.
Using all the same uniforms.
But so basically, okay. Oh, I like this. Okay, set in the Kingdom of Ebb, the story follows farmer Jason Statham, who is adopted by his village. When farmer's wife Solana and his son leave to sell vegetables at the town of Stonebridge, farmer's farm is attacked by creatures called Grugs. With the help of his friend and neighbor Norik, Ron Perlman, he travels to Stonebridge where his wife and son are. Before he arrives, the Krugs, controlled by the wizard Galleon, kill his son and capture his wife. Farmer, with the help of Bastian, Will Sanderson, his brother-in-law, and Norik set out to find and rescue his wife. The king's nephew Fallow, Matt Lillard, is conspiring with the wizard Galleon to take over the kingdom led by King Conread, Burt Reynolds. So
literally the only thing I enjoyed was Matt Lillard.
I didn't even like Matt Lillard because it seemed crazy.
It seemed like he understood what this was.
he was like he was just like, this is a piece of crap, and I'm just going to act like it's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
And that was fine. Lily Sobieski phoned it in the whole time. She was Muriella, who in the beginning you're like, who the fuck is this person? And then you're like, oh, she's John Rhys Davies, who is Merrick, who is the King's Magus.
Yeah, at first I wasn't sure if she was the king's daughter or what, and then I got there, but like,
yeah. At first it seemed like I was like, oh, she's the King's kid, but instead it was John Rhys Davies' daughter, who he was just like.
She also had
Magus. That's how you're supposed to pronounce Magus.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Hey, hot take. It's not Magus. It's Magus. That's how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
So suck it.
She did have one of the best lines in the whole movie. Was about talking about her girlish stupidity. Did you catch that?
I did.
She was she was like crying and something like, oh, my girlish stupidity, and then her like hand woman came in and like she immediately stopped crying. I was like, oh, it's fine.
There was like a quick that was a very quick transition from her being like, oh, I can't believe I've done this, to being like, put on armor, go on a journey. Right, exactly. It was like, damn, that was really it. But her acting the whole time was just so blank slate. Like not a single thought went into it. Ray Liotta, Ron Perlman did Ron Perlman. Ray Liotta did some crazy Ray Liotta shit, but it was like, you can't. It just.
I liked his laugh and his scarf.
Yeah, oh, his scarf was so good. Was it a scarf or was it an ascot?
I think it was a scarf, Scott.
Hold on, let me look at. I gotta look up some pictures to see if I can. If I can find
his maniacal laugh was great.
Yeah, his.
Yeah, he.
Oh God, where is he?
R.I.P. Right? He's
Ray Liotta. I think he's still alive. Hold on, I'm on IMDb right now. I could just look it up.
Was he died in 2022?
Oh, that's upsetting.
That is a bummer.
That's a bummer.
He like. What was funny was I before I watched this, I just watched Hannibal.
Mm-hmm. And he's in that. Yep.
I saw him get fed his own brain.
Yeah.
and then I got to see him in this.
Where he was feeding the brain.
Where he got fed. Yeah.
Oh God.
They had to have been paid a lot of money to do this.
They had to. Like, really. There were so many things in it that just everything was like, they wanted to make it fantasy. But it didn't really have the fantastical elements. Also, way too much and way too long battle scenes. Like, I love a battle scene, I'll tell you what, but like they lasted. It's not even if they're bad, they can't be 25 minutes long. Like, I can't, unless
it's the Battle of Pelennor Fields, and that's okay.
That one's okay. But it's like when every one of them is, and it's literally
or Helm's Deep, that's fine too.
Or Helm's Deep. Allison has, hold on, I have to pull up. So Allison isn't here tonight because she's moving. So she'll be back soon, but she gave us some things, some thoughts that she had, and she posted them in our Discord for us to read. Let me pull them up here real quick. So, she hit it. Okay. All right, I'm going to read Allison's review in full. Because it's 4 paragraphs, but it's a lot of the things that we've been touching on. So here's Allison's review. Whichever of you boys suggested this movie owes me for this war crime. I did my best to sit down and watch it in the name of the King of Dungeon Siege tale with zero familiarity with Dungeon Siege. Just like Uwe Boll. And this may have given me the push I needed to get my ADHD checked, because it took every ounce I had to try to focus to provide you all with any kind of review. It's not you. This movie felt longer than a Lord of the Rings extended edition cut somehow. Yes, it did, because it drained my soul. The biggest problem, this cast of seasoned names, Jason Statham, Ray Liotta, Burt Reynolds, Ron Perlman, feels like a star-studded...
Great cast.
This is great. Feels like a star-studded cosplay for a medieval LARP session. Absolutely. But not in a good way. It's as if it's their first time and somehow has just brought film equipment to the game and boom, there's the movie. Ray Liotta, Burt Reynolds, and Matthew Lillard are all great actors in their own right, of course, but I was so confused when they were on screen in this movie. They felt really out of place for me, but really overall, the dialogue is stiff, like everyone was given the script an hour before shooting and not told what their characters' motivations were at all.
They didn't have motivations.
Yeah, I was going to say they didn't have any motivation, and I'm guaranteeing you they didn't read any of their scripts until they absolutely needed to. It didn't help that this movie was rewritten 4 times.
Was it?
Yeah, that's where there were 4 different writers for it, because like I think Doug something or other, Doug Taylor rewrote about 80% of it whenever he got it, and he was the last one.
And this was
the best draft.
Was it?
Then there's the fight choreography, and I feel like calling it awkward is being kind. The Krug looks straight out of Putty Patrollers from OG Power Rangers.
That's accurate.
They really did. And I kept thinking, maybe if they shot this at night, I'd believe it more. Probably not. Why did the Krug launch themselves flaming from catapults for no reason? Did I miss something? Man, the battles drag on top of all of that. And that is wild. They had like flaming boulders that they threw, and then they were
they were like, ah, fuck it. You know what'd be cool? Launching Krug.
Flaming Krug, baby.
That's why like it kind of has the feel of like a kid running a D&D campaign, because that's like something like
it's like,
you know what I mean? Like,
so they're out of boulders, right? They're out of boulders. No, they set themselves on fire and then they launch themselves at you. What? Why?
And then they hug you. There was a lot of scenes. There was a lot of scenes that were just way too long.
Yeah.
The scene at the beginning when the Krug were coming to Farmer's farm. That was a rough sentence.
It was just because it was just him going,
looking confused for like 5 minutes,
just going, huh? Just like a guy running like Bigfoot style, running between some trees, and then Jason Statham going, whoa.
Yeah, and like, God, the editing of this movie is so bad.
Just so
like,
bad. So,
this is
quick cuts.
One of the worst. Well, and like the cuts, like they would like do something, and like naturally you would think there would be follow up to what happened in that scene, but then they would cut to another scene, but then they would go back to the other scene, like nothing happened.
Yep.
And like it just the editing made like, I think if this movie had better editing, it could be 10 times better.
Here's the last paragraph of Allison's review. Watching this felt like attending a medieval-themed open mic night no one prepared for. There were
that's right.
There were lots of famous faces, no real heart. I didn't care about a single character, and enough cringe sprinkled throughout to fuel a mocking highlight reel. I'm sure that's out there somewhere. The game has to be better, right? Someone tell me it is? To wrap up my feelings, sacrilege. This is madness, Galleon. You go too far.
I would argue that I cared when Ron Perlman died, because Ron Perlman's awesome.
I think,
but I cared about Ron Perlman. I didn't care about his character.
I cared about Ron Perlman
because I was like, oh, I don't get to see Ron Perlman anymore on the screen.
No, it was very sad. I will say the rope scene.
Oh, the vines?
No. Whenever they were on the rope and they were sliding down the rope, and it was like attempting to be comedy. Whenever they were like he slid all the way across, and then they both slid, Ron Perlman and Will Sanderson, and then they got stuck in the middle, and they ran into each other and fell down.
I like yelled at the TV. I was like, "Why? After you saw him struggle with that, would you do that? Why? That makes no sense. Stop it." Also, they just happen to have those leather straps. I don't fucking know.
Just regular leather straps. That's all they had. And then
and also speaking of rope scenes, at the end, where
oh yeah, the big swing. They do like the big swing around, and then
yeah,
I was wondering like, what is their plan?
what
And
are they doing?
and then the plan was to swing really wide and then let go so that Jason Statham could leap onto this mountain.
And then Lily Sobieski's character just fucking figures out that she can teleport like her dad, like immediately after.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I was upset about. This movie is supposed to be it's fantasy world, so there's supposed to be magic, and there's supposed to be, like fighting and medieval stuff, and creatures and whatnot. The magic, like Galleon's whole plan, his whole magic thing was, what can you do? Oh, he's standing in his office and magically taking over the like leaders of the Krug to make them attack people.
But that happens to look exactly like each other leader of the Krug.
Yeah, exactly. And that
was always wild to me that they're like, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Exact same guy.
It's just like, oh, you go too far. It's like, what's the thing he's going too far with? Taking over Krugs and then using them to attack people for no reason? Like, and then he was just so, like, why can't I figure out, why can't I get you? Farmer, what's your deal? Turns out he's the king's son. Of course. Classic.
That's why he's called Farmer.
Classic. I had this conversation with Hannah earlier. My biggest problem with any sort of like fantasy or anything like that, it's always like, it starts out with, oh, anyone can be a hero. And then like 3 books down, if it's like a book series. Just kidding. You're part of an ancient lineage of super kings. And it's like, fucking,
that's why you hate Skyrim.
Honestly, it's such a cop out. It's like, I think it's like, it could be really cool if you let normal people be like magical and fantastic. Stop ruining that by saying, oh, BT dubs, you're actually a king. It's like, well, fucking eat my butt. The music
was pretty good. It just didn't always fit in the place that it was.
In my head, I was like, do you think that they had the music set to a certain length of time and that's why the battle scenes were so long? Because it really didn't fit like what was happening.
Like you think that the music was made separate from the movie? Like,
oh, absolutely.
Because like with movie music, they usually like I think in the behind the scenes stuff for Lord of the Rings, they have Howard Shore like watching the movie, and he's kind of like,
he's like, okay, though this is that part,
yeah.
And then whenever they're conducting, they're like watching it, and they're like, okay, slow down.
And I don't think the person that did the music aligned it in the movie. Like I would guarantee that the person that edited the fucking movie was the one who chose the music for different spots. And like, because that was a problem for me. It was like there was like some really like when he was digging the hole for his son.
Yeah.
Like the music was fucking intense.
It was.
And like I know that they were getting like trying to go for like, oh, this is very emotional, but like it was so ridiculous.
I think also this is
the music itself was pretty good.
Yeah, the music itself was good, but it's like they hired somebody to write. They said, here, we need it for 5 minutes here.
It's a fantasy film.
This is a really dumb thing for me to be upset by, but whenever they were filling in his son's grave, the dirt they were filling it in with was obviously not from where they were. Like it looked like potting.
It was
soil.
It looked like potting soil. I noticed that too. Also, they were using just normal ass shovels. They weren't like medieval shovels.
Not medieval shovels.
They were just, you know what I mean? Like they were just like normal ass shovels.
Just regular shovels. And I will say, okay. And it's just there's so many things that bothered me about this movie. They could have done so many other things. The freaking tree ladies,
those were ridiculous.
Not a single explanation. The only thing is like, what are they? They're just tree ladies. Are they?
But
elves?
Also, are they wood elves?
Ladies. No, they're just tree ladies. No, they don't explain it. They don't.
But also, they said they're pacifists, and then they come in later and start killing people.
Exactly. They like trap them up and all the things. Oh God. Cheap viewers on streamboo.com banned.
Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, I bet
Banned.
those cheap viewers love this movie.
You got banned. Okay. The friggin' I just didn't and then
I can't believe you would just ban Fearless Divergence bucks like that.
It's fearless divergent Surbucks.
Oh, I'm sorry, Surbucks.
But the and so the tree ladies, and then they like, and he's just like, hey, this is gonna be your problem eventually, and they're like, we don't give a damn. And then later they're like, this is gonna be our problem eventually, and he's like, what the fucking, I said that to you. I said that to you before we went and most of us got captured by Krugs right away. Almost immediately. Oh, God. Oh, God. So that's a thing. It seems like, and
also the last line of the movie.
God, it ended so abruptly. The last line of the movie.
Thank God. But also the last line of the movie was basically said, it was Jason Statham saying to his wife, I've been waiting to say this to you.
There's something I've always wanted to tell you.
Yes.
I love you. And that's a really stupid last line.
You've never said you've loved her?
I think he has. I think he did. Well, there will be, in the very beginning of the movie, she says, tell me something nice. Tell me how you love me. And he says, you know. Also,
come on.
Their son died. They were not sad enough. Like, not even a little bit sad enough.
No, he got it out when he was digging the potting soil with the modern shovels.
His wife finds out her son is dead. Claire Forlani gets sad. She didn't care at all.
She said something like the question that she asked was not the question that you ask when your child is dead. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
did he die quickly? Did he die?
Yeah, did he die quickly? Yeah.
And then he says later, I will say it was a pretty hard line when he was like, I pulled your son's insides. Or like or something like that.
Ray Liotta said that?
Yeah.
He's got a great scarf.
He's got a great scarf.
Yeah, his outfit did not fit with the rest of the movie.
Oh God, I forgot about this line from the very beginning of the movie. Whenever he appears to Mariella, I'm looking through all the quotes.
I've got one as well.
Mariella says, "Galleon, must you always appear so suddenly from nowhere?" He says, "I don't. I appear so suddenly from somewhere."
This kind of adds to my thought of like a 10-year-old doing D&D. It's like a lot of things that sound profound but aren't at all. Like slaying beast is a cruel courage, or prudence will be our nail.
It's like, what does that?
Those fucking mean nothing.
It does. It's saying nothing. It's saying nothing.
But it sounds profound.
Oh my God!
I'm proud to fight alongside you, so I can keep an eye on you. What?
God.
That what?
So there's a few people in this movie who were doing like just really trying. Brian White, Commander Teresh, was doing his utmost best to try and make it like just to try and make something out of it, because he was doing a great job. Everything he did, all of his acting, I was like, great. He makes me think, yeah, he's the commander of the army, doesn't trust these people. Also got very
Except he did a very quick 180 about Farmer. It's like he was very untrusting of Farmer, and then 5 minutes later he was like, "Cool."
Yeah, that was.
I chalk that more up to the movie itself.
Yeah, that's the script, not the people writing. And then I mean, John Rhys Davies was doing a great job, but also like
because he's John Rhys Davies.
He was like, Davies. So
do Lord of the Rings. Cool, I got this. I was on this set for half my life.
Commander Teresh was the best actor in the movie. And Lily Sobieski gets the phoning it in award. Um, Jason Statham, ironically, I cared very little about his hero's journey. Um, Especially the boomerang stuff.
Why?
Like, that was the thing where it's like, I would understand it if it was like, oh, it's a thing from the video game. But it wasn't. It was just a boomerang. It was just he had a
Boomerangs are
boomerang.
cool.
I guess.
Where did they film this?
I don't know.
Did they film it in New Zealand? Because that would make the boomerang a little more plausible. Because like New Zealand and Australia. Yeah.
Oh God, I have no idea. I don't know. We'll look it up. And then so the movie title being In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale. Number 1, too long. Don't put.
Yeah, Katie had to ask me multiple times what the name of the movie was.
And don't put don't put like the little dots. What is that called? The 2 dots?
Umlaut?
No. The ones where that's in the movie. A colon. Don't put a colon in your movie title. Just don't do it. Put a colon in your body. Take care of your colon. Don't put a colon in your movie title.
I'm trying to think of movies that have a colon. Mad Max Fury Road. That's allowed to have one.
I don't think that has a colon in it. I think it's just Mad Max Fury Road, right? No, it does. It does.
Get fucked.
Yeah, I'm fucked. So, but it's called In the Name of the King. You don't the whole movie, I'm like, there has to be a reason. Like, I guess there's like the whole thing with Matthew Lillard where it's just like, he's like, oh, you have to do what I tell you because I always like, no, I only listen to the king. I was like, oh, okay. But then
I think it was I think the king in this title is Jason Statham, his farmer.
Here's what I think.
Okay.
Because it turns out at the end, whenever John Rhys Davies and Ray Liotta have their wizard battle,
which it did remind me of Alucard with the swords, which I kind of enjoyed.
That was pretty cool. I do think it was a good to me, that was a good like wizard battle because it's like, yeah, we're not going to use our hands. Like whenever it's like,
yeah, but it was kind of lame how it ended. But like,
true.
But like that idea was cool. But then Ray Liotta didn't do that when he fought, which was stupid.
He just did normal fighting. But in that fight, John Rhys Davies says, how do you have these powers? Because a magus only gets powers if they serve under a king. So I was like, oh, so the only way you can use magic is if you're using magic in the name of the king. So I was like, that makes sense. And then Ray Liotta, in the stupidest plot twist ever,
I'm the king.
he says, well, the Krug don't have a king, so I made myself king. So that's why I have the powers. I'm like, well, that's a loophole. I'm the king of the ants. So now I have magical powers. You know?
Yeah.
Freaking dumb ass loophole. I serve myself, bitch. Soba says. Okay. Yeah.
So wait, there's In the Name of the King 2 Worlds.
Okay.
Is that using the 2 Worlds stuff? Like the video game 2 Worlds?
I don't know. It looks like. Oh God. The plot. An ex-special forces soldier gets thrown back to medieval times to fulfill
from modern day Vancouver. Oh God.
And it's Dolph Lundgren. Oh God. Okay.
They did not have the money for.
Oh my God. And then The Name of the King 3 is the same thing. A modern day assassin wanting out is hired for one final job to kidnap the kids of a local businessman. Things go haywire when it turns out he's chosen to return to the Middle Ages and bring back order to a kingdom in chaos. So this is not even slightly related. Like not even slightly related to Dungeon Siege. It's
wild. It's wild that the first movie, seeing the first movie's budget compared to the next two.
Yeah, obviously.
Jesus Christ.
Those are like sci-fi movies. Oh boy. Okay.
I don't even know what they spent all that money on. It's the actors.
It was the actors. It was all the actors' salaries. No, absolutely
God
not.
damn.
Are we watching the next? No, just no, just no, just
No, so the point of this was we had to watch an extremely bad one so we could treat
so we can
ourselves
treat ourselves to
to Detective Pikachu or Sonic.
like something good. We gotta watch something good. I don't think they'll beat out Rampage, but they're so good.
I
Any I love Rampage. I don't know.
I might
Well,
have to rewatch Rampage.
okay.
I
So
think we've shit on this movie for a while.
yeah,
Uh,
there's a lot. Okay.
um,
There just a few last things. Number one, in every battle, there were like way too many, like the weird ninja people who were
the weird
in.
ninja people were fucking weird.
They were weird.
The way that Jason Statham fought did not fit a fantasy setting.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like he was like tackling like football tackling people and like
Kicking them in the
the part where
face.
the part where he like ran across the heads or shoulders of
Yeah.
people was pretty silly. I had to rewind that to watch it again because it was so ridiculous.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The scene where they were it was raining and they had to climb up that hill. God, they did not. Whatever they paid those people to do that, they did not pay them enough.
That's also like the
That seems
worst.
like it sucked hard.
But also from a battle strategy standpoint, you're at the bottom of a hill and it's raining. Just wait. Don't
Just
even
don't.
do it. Just don't do it. You stay there. They'll come to you.
Yeah, they're sieging you, right? Like, come
okay.
on.
There was something. So the apparently Su Tsung Ching was the he was the stunt coordinator on the film. The all of the King's Guard were his whole stunt team. So that's why they were so good at doing the slices and jumping and all that kind of stuff.
And that was all the
That was basically all the stunt performers, all the paid
ninja
stunt.
folks.
Yes. Also the armor looked fake. Like it looked not real. It looked made of plastic, which is like one of those things where I'm like, come on.
To be fair, most of the armor in Lord of the Rings was plastic.
But it didn't look plastic. That's the thing. This looked like
true.
a Walmart costume that they got from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, this movie was this movie was rough.
Garbage. Just absolute garbage. They didn't even 3D print it. They just it's molded plastic. Okay. So, this movie has a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb has it at a 3.2 out of 10. Oh, 3.8 out of 10. Chris, you've already looked up probably how much the budget was.
I did.
It was estimated that the budget was $60 million. Soba still liked the movie. Okay, man. You do you.
You have low standards, and that's okay.
It's okay. I have low standards too, but even my low standards have standards. Okay, so the budget was
we love you.
And we love you. Was estimated at $60 million.
A lot of money.
The opening weekend it made $3.2 million.
Shocking, honestly.
God. And then the worldwide gross was 13 million. So absolutely a flop. Barely made.
Didn't even make its half didn't make its 30 million back.
No, did not. Okay. So this movie came out
2007, right?
2007. Hold on. Oh, great. Cool. All right. This movie came out in 2007. 2007, we had movies that the top three were Spider-Man 3, Shrek the Third, and Transformers. Okay. That was the top of the box office that year, making $336 million gross. 336, 322, and 319 million. In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale is not on the top 200 movies. Let's see. Yeah, it's not even on the it's not on the domestic.
I don't understand how you're like Spider-Man 3 was doo-doo, and you're like, I kind of like this.
Yeah, why would you think? Yeah,
bro, what?
I had never heard of this movie until you guys mentioned it. Oh no! Tell me, how do you feel about Alvin and the Chipmunks? Because this did better. Because that did better than Alvin and the Chipmunks. Wait, no, Alvin and the Chipmunks did better than this.
I was about to say better than Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Okay, let's see.
So for perspective, I watched. Granted, this is a almost 20-year newer film. I watched the John Cena and Alison Brie movie Freelance.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great movie. Infinitely more watchable than this. Like, there were, I mean, not a great movie. It has a 5.6 on IMDb, a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 26% on Metacritic. Arguably not a good movie. Infinitely more watchable than this.
God, I'm just looking. So this was not.
This movie had, In the Name of the King, had issues with editing, with casting, with almost every aspect, like with the script, with like literally everything that you could have a problem with. This movie had a problem with.
Oh,
and
wait, it released in 2008. Okay, hold on. Why does it say 2007 then? 2008. Okay, here we go.
It released in the United States in 2008.
Oh, that's why. Okay, not much better. All right, so 2008 when it released in the United States, because it released in January. That's why. It released in January of 2008. The Dark Knight was number 1 in 2008, followed by Iron Man, and then also Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Made a lot of money, not a great movie. This was ranked at 190 in the top 200.
Well,
It was beaten by Hamlet 2, which is a funny-ass movie. I love that movie. Magnificent Desolation, Walking on the Moon, and The Savages. And it beat College, Deception, and Flash of Genius.
I don't know any of those movies.
Oh, well, Flash of Genius is about Robert Kearns takes on the Detroit automakers who he claims stole his idea for the intermittent windshield wiper.
I mean, that's a banger, dude.
What's College about? A wild weekend is in store for 3 high school seniors who visit a local college campus as prospective freshmen. So, like a teen comedy. Oh my God. God, this is so bad. Okay.
I'm just trying to. How did Walk Hard only make that much money?
How much did it make?
It's at 184.
Because it was a comedy movie.
But it's good.
It's good, but it's also
Rock and Roll is only 181. Gran Torino is only 179. What the fuck?
Yeah, remember this is 2008, so the housing
in Bruges is only 167. That movie's so good.
Remember this is also the year of the housing crisis, but it was also the year of like The Dark Knight, Iron Man, WALL-E, Kung Fu Panda.
But also In Bruges, great movie.
Yeah. Twilight, Quantum of Solace, Mamma Mia.
Oof,
I love
Punisher, Warzone, not
I
great.
love Mamma Mia. The Incredible Hulk. Wanted. Get
I
smart.
do love. Who was the name of that actor that played Frank Castle in that one? In Punisher, Warzone.
Oh, you could click on the
Ray Stevenson. I liked Ray
Yeah,
Stevenson
he was
a lot.
yeah. The Chipmunk's still out here. Yeah. So there's a lot of good stuff that came out this year, and this was not even close to being a
The
good
Pirates Who Don't Do Anything crushed this movie.
Veggie Tales movie. Enchanted came out this year.
Oh, Enchanted.
Oh, and Kit Ridge, An American Girl Story.
Babylon AD.
Oh, and Slumdog Millionaire came out this year too. 2008 was a banger year for movies, except for this one.
No Country for Old Men was only 90th. What?
Yeah, dude. Well, remember those are Oscar movies, so
I know
they classically don't make a lot of money, but they are great films.
Australia.
Okay. Also, I just have to say, shout out to Claire Forlani. I did watch Mallrats recently, and she's the main love interest in Mallrats.
Who?
Claire Forlani, Solana, Jason Statham's wife.
Yep.
Who he loves. But doesn't say
at the end
anything.
of the movie. Kung Fu Panda was 6th.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's great.
Twilight was 8th.
Well,
Tropic Thunder was 9th. God, what a good year!
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was great. All right.
Terrible for the economy. Great for the film industry.
Yeah, everything.
National Treasure Book of Secrets.
All right, here we go. All right, now is the time when we go to our favorite part, where we rank this movie in our list here. Okay. Sorry, I gotta move this. Stop looking at my stream, everybody. Okay. So, Chris.
Yep.
Where are you gonna rank this?
So I don't have to hum and haul over this because I know exactly where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I have to type.
Yeah, you got to type the long ass title into the thing.
I'm sorry, we have to bump stuff over now.
I like that you spelled it tail. Just name it Jason Statham as Jason Statham. No, don't do it. Just put it in the name of the king. I think we know which one. Nope, it's the whole thing.
Full title.
Okay.
I still think this is better than Blood Rain.
I would agree with that. I
don't have any doubts in my mind that Double Dragon is better than this movie.
Absolutely.
So I know that it goes second to the bottom.
I think I'm trying to think. I'll tell you what's going through my head right now. Do I think that having Meatloaf in the movie?
That was actually a factor in my decision. I had to think about whether Meatloaf was worth. It sucks that the scene that Meatloaf was in was not a good scene.
Yeah, true. I think Blood Rain still is shitty because everything about that movie is really bad. Whereas with this one, there were some redeeming things about it, which you wouldn't think the way we talked about it. But there was the soundtrack. Some people did put their acting pants on for it.
And I just enjoy Ron Perlman. And
Ron Perlman's great, regardless.
Ron Perlman stuff is great.
Yep. All Ron Perlman all the time.
Burt Reynolds looked like he was trying to be Sean Connery, which I thought was kind of funny.
I also think it's funny,
right? Like, did you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah,
he like kind of had the same look about him.
Yeah, Sean Connery.
It's just Burt Reynolds.
So for me, it's gonna be the same. This is gonna Chris, can you do the things? I don't know how to do things. It's going to be in the same place. Blood Rain still sucks. In the Name of the King is just slightly better. Not good.
And it honestly could just be they threw more money at it. He's a shit director.
This guy sucks.
As a person and as a director. Apparently he did have a restaurant that was Michelin starred, which is, and he literally made the comment. He literally commented like, it's funny that like the first time I get an award is for a restaurant or something like that.
It's not funny. Your movies suck. I guess Blood Rain only had $25 million budget 3 years earlier. So, great, cool, all right. Well,
glad I never have to watch that movie again.
Me too.
And yet, I would still choose to watch it over Blood Rain.
I would choose to watch none of these movies ever. I'm gonna watch The Beekeeper again, which again I highly recommend.
I'll watch Snatch. It's a great movie.
And
Jason Statham's pretty funny in
it. Nothing about Jason Statham. Nothing. There is no comedy. There is no laughing in this movie. There is no joy. It is only sadness.
There's only pain
and fight scenes that are battle scenes that are far too long and boring. So there we go. We don't recommend this movie.
I don't know. Yeah, if you haven't picked that up, I don't know what to tell you. We're not being sarcastic. We're not. I do. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li is a terrible movie. I'm pretty sure it's better than this.
I've never seen it. Isn't Kristen Craig in that? I see you thinking.
I can't remember.
Let me look. I'm going to look it up because I need to know. Oh my god!
Jesus Christ! Yes, that is Kristen Craig. Okay. I mean, Neil McDonough and Michael Clark Duncan are in it, which they're both great.
Oh, Kristanna Loken, who was the tree lady. She was Blood Rain in Blood Rain. That's why she was in this movie. I was like looking at her. I'm like, why do I know who this is?
Wait. Tree lady is Blood Rain?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. So, but we know. We've seen it. Not redeeming in any way.
There was a lot of titties in Blood Rain, mostly around Meatloaf, if I remember correctly.
Billy Zane was also in it. Upsetting.
Billy Zane was in Blood Rain?
Yeah, I forget a lot of that movie, but that's
Michael Madsen was for some dumbass reason too. Michael Madsen, Ray Liotta, Jason Statham do not belong in that setting.
They don't belong in fantasy setting.
I don't like that is Meatloaf does has titty. He has bitch tits actually.
That's what it is. Fight Club. I gotta watch Fight Club again. That makes
right. It is funny that was Meatloaf, but it was Bob. Bob had bitch tits.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone, so sorry for making you watch this movie. And because of that, well, first plugs.
Not this movie.
Don't watch this movie.
Nothing by this director. Nothing ever by this
anything
director.
by Uwe Boll. So
we're 2 for 2 on damn, that's bad. I don't know how to be more clear. I'm sorry that I asked for this again. I think it's a good reminder every so often.
It really is a good reminder of like why our lists, like why Rampage is number 1 on both of our lists is because this is the caliber.
Was Double Dragon that bad compared to this?
It was pretty bad. Still not.
It was bad. It wasn't this bad.
Yeah.
This has like just foundational, fundamental problems as a movie.
It doesn't deserve to exist. That's it. I said it. All right. So that's plugs. Of course, go to all the GameView stuff. You can watch our Twitch stream every other Sunday. You can listen to our podcast whenever it releases by searching the GameView podcast on all your favorite podcatchers. And I think Detective Pikachu is a good choice for the next one. Do you
I've
think?
seen it and I love it, and
I
I'm
would
fairly
like.
certain it'll be. Have you
I'm.
seen it?
I've seen it, and I would really like to watch it with Hannah because I want to get her reaction to it also.
Okay.
Um, so I can't wait.
I'm pretty sure Katie's seen it. I can't remember.
But we're gonna watch it. That'll be it.
I
That'll
have
be.
I have a fairly strong suspicion of where it's going to end up on my list.
Me too, but also, so this will be our next one, and this is going to be the last of the GameView podcasts for the summer because summer is ending. It's almost.
We're not going to
time.
do. You don't want to do a horror one
Who?
for Halloween?
Well, no, yeah, we will, but this is like the
Well,
summer.
but we'll yeah, okay. We'll switch
Yeah.
one. We'll have one for Halloween, and that okay.
Yeah, that'll be our Halloween stuff. But everything else, we're going to go back to our regular format.
Yep.
So I'll have to think of some video game.
We'll have to think of stuff. If anyone has topics that they would like to hear us talk about, that'd be
Yeah. And then I
cool.
want to drag you guys back into playing Monster of the Week with some like fun
Yes.
new rules I'm trying to do. And that'll be.
I mean, I would love to play my same character.
It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different
Okay.
this time. So it's gonna be basic. I'll give you the gist of it after we finish the podcast here. So we're gonna end the podcast in a nice way because we made you guys watch this movie. We're so sorry. Thank you for being
We're
here.
sorry.
We're sorry.
Hey. Sorry.
Sorry.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. And then I'm just gonna fade in the outro music over this. We're sorry. Sorry.